I don't think, I mentioned this and I'll repeat it, I don't think you can't develop your style, your style of play, and expect kids to play that way. You got to give a lot of consideration to the talent that you have. What can you do? I'll tell you a story about Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski played for me at West Point. He's a Chicago kid from Weber High School, Mike and Muscowren. And so when Mike was a sophomore at West Point, I brought him in and I said, now, Mike, there are some things you can do and some things you can't do. And one thing you absolutely can't do is shoot. I don't even want to see you shoot. And in fact, Mike, if we get down to the point where you've got the ball and there are 2 seconds left, I want you to take us into overtime. I don't want you to even try and shoot. So with that, I then talked to him about what he could do. And I think it's important to talk to kids about. I was never bashful about telling some kid what he couldn't do. You know, because here's a phrase that I always kind of followed by. I am the man in charge. Don't ever forget that you're the person in charge, male, female. You're the guy in charge. And so getting back to this thing with Mike, I said then, now Mike, here's how you can really help us. And he was very good at these two things. I said, you've got to play the best guard on the other team, Mike, because we can't let Jimmy Oxley get in foul trouble. He scores too well. We can't have him do both, score and guard the best player. You've got to guard the best player on the other team, the guard. And secondly, he's a good ball handler, and he had good vision. And I said, Mike, you've got to get the ball to our people that can score. And you know who they are, and I mentioned the kids and how we played and everything. The ball's going to be in your hands a lot. And you're also going to have to be able to cut a little bit and to get a drive now and then, just so you keep people honest. And so now we're playing down in Madison Square Garden. We're playing South Carolina in the NIT. We're in the quarterfinal game. And they had a great guard named John Roach. And so this is the end of Mike's career, and he had done a really good job doing what I wanted him to do, and I think that is really important. Not all of your kids play the same. You've got to tell them who can do what and who can't do what. Well, now we're in this game, and with South Carolina, they had gone undefeated in the ACC that year, but got beat in the tournament before the NCAA smartened up a little bit and let 3 or 4 teams from the same league go to the NCAA tournament. That was kind of back in the dark ages. And so South Carolina had to play in the NIT. Roach, talked to Mike. I said, Mike, you've got to hold Roach to 10 points or under for us to have a chance in this game. And we go into this a little bit, and I said, now they're going to play a 2-3 zone. And you have got to get the ball into the gaps of that zone. I'll talk about zone offense tomorrow. But you've got to get into the gap. We've got Oxley here and Simmons here. They're both good shooters. We got Govey and Clevenger inside, cutting and screening. You get the ball to people that can score.